Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and more of our bonus content. In these difficult times we're focusing a lot on classic Sudoku, although I might mix it up tomorrow and do a star battle because I found a book that I've got which has got a few puzzles in it, so that might be interesting. But this might be interesting too because this puzzle was sent to us by Paul, who said that he came across it in, I think it popped up on his phone or something, and on whatever he was using, it described it as vicious, which is not a description I've often seen for a classic Sudoku, but let's see how we get on with it. You can try it too on the link below the video, and then maybe come back and watch how I go about it. You may do better, who knows. So let's have a go at this puzzle and see how we get on. So I'm seeing some ones that are very useful. They're pointing at this box, ruling out all those cells, and the one therefore must go in there. That's giving us a one down here as well, and another one there. Two more ones in the grid. They must be in that rectangle there, but we don't know which way round. And sixes. Sixes are ruled out from there. This six rules out that one, so this cell is the 6 in that box as well. That gives us a 6 in that box. 7 here. We can finish the row with 8 and 4. They're sorted out by that 8. 7 must be in one of those. 2 must be in one of those. Oh look, 8 is looking at those 3 cells, so we can put 8 in there. Now this is a 3, 4, 7 pair, and the 3 must be in this one because we've got a 3 up there and a 3 down there. That's good. So we get a 4, 7 pair, and that rules out 7 from there. We can put in the 7 in this box. This isn't too bad so far. 3 in one of those cells. What else can we find here? 9 here must be in one of those 2, therefore in one of these 2 corner cells. 7 is looking at that cell. These 2 7s are ruling out most of the other empty ones in this box, so we can put a 7 in here. That's going to give us a 7 in one of those 2. Okay, and look, we've got 5s running down the middle here, so the other 5 has to be in the bottom box over there. 6 and 6 here, giving us 6 here because there's one over here too. And the 3s are looking at this box very nicely. And 3 up there, so we've got an empty cell in the corner for the 3. That's giving us a 3 up here. 3 in one of those 2. What else have we got? 6 in one of those 2. Three and 3 here. Look, yep, 3 in one of those cells. And remember, in columns 2 and 3, we had 3 up here as well. So between these cells, they're using up all the 3s for column 2 and 3. This one can't be a 3, and the 3 must be here, which is giving us a 5, 9 pair in the left-hand box. That's 5 or 9 as well. I'm not going to fill that in yet. What else now? Now might be just jamming up a bit now. 2, 3, 5, 1, 9, 8, 4, 6. I'm not seeing anything else really quickly. 8 up here, those cells can't be 8, and because of this one, that can't be. So 8 is restricted to those two. Oops, in the corner. Ah, yeah, 8s are quite interesting. Look at these two columns now. Column 3 and 5. Where do 8s go in there? Now this is quite interesting because obviously there's a number of cells ruled out because there are digits in them, and these two, well, they've got 8s in their rows. But this 8 is ruling out that cell and that cell as well. And that's only leaving us these 4 cells where 8 can go. And that's quite interesting. I'm going to colour them in green because the good thing about this, the columns have proved where 8s go. They must be either in a diagonal pattern like that or the other way round. And whichever way round it is, there are no other 8s in row 3 or row 7. And that's great here. Look at this cell. 2, 3, 5 in its box, 6, 7 in its row, 1, 4 in its column. So it's 8 or 9. And because we now know, because of 8 being in one of those, it's not an 8, it must be 9. It's become a single effectively, not a naked one, but just a single. And the same works here down below. Now we've got 9 in there. This can only be 5 or 8, and we know it can't be 8. So that's a 5. Okay, that 9 is giving us a 9 here. I'm going to take the 5 out of the corner there. That's good. What's that giving us as well? 4 is in one of these two. Actually, that's been available for a while. Oh yeah, look, this cell, this is good actually. This cell, 1, 2, 3, 8 in its row, 4, 6, 7 in its column. This is either 5 or 9. Now I wouldn't normally mark in candidates, but that's really helpful because we've also got a 5 or 9 cell here. And that means that the other two in the column must be 3 and 8. So I'm going to mark those candidates in there as well. Yeah, and again, one of these is 8, so the other blanks in this row can't be 8, and that's good for this one, which is not 4, 5, 9, 7, 1, 3 or 6. We now know it's not 8, it's got to be 2. That gives us a 2 in one of those two. Oh yeah. This 2 is ruling out the corner cell, so 2 is now in a pair with 1 there. It's a 1-2 pair. That's giving us a 5 here. Oh, lovely. We're finishing off this middle section virtually now. 9 and 5 are sorted out. It's coming together. I don't know. I mean, I've been a bit lucky, I think, spotting the X-wing early on, and then that other pair. That's quite big steps. 8 must be in one of these two. We're not done quite yet, but I can't help feeling we're getting close now. That's 3 or 6, could be either. This can't be 5, so in column 1 the 5 is in one of these cells. Do we know which? No, not necessarily. In column 2 it must be in one of those. 1, 2, 3, 7, what else? Oh yeah, look, 6 and 9. We've got 6s and 9s there and there. 6 and 9 there. So the 6 and 9 in this box must be a pair in these two. So this has to be 4 or 5 because we've got pairs of 1, 2, a pair of 6, 9, 8, 3 and 7. So we've got a kind of 4, 5 pair there as well. Does that help going across? Seven, 6, that's 1 or 4. I'm not sure if that's helpful. Still haven't actually figured out the 8s in this X-wing that we found. I'm feeling I'm missing something now. 6 in one of those two. 8 in one of those two. Ah, can this not be? No, that could be 6 as well. Yeah. 1 7. Right. 5 9 2 9 is fixed down here now because of that 9. There we go. So that's been resolved. I can take it out of that corner. That's putting 9 here. That's, oh, well, look. Oh, it's been available for ages. That's what I was missing. We'd sorted out half of the 5-9 pair that I'd worked so hard to get. So that sorts out the 6-9 over there. One of these is a 6. It must be that one. That fixes the 1. The 2-1 pair's resolved. We've got 2 8 7 to go across the middle. Don't really know. 4 there puts a 4 in one of these two, and that means that this is not a 4, so that's resolved that. 7 4 7 here, that triple at the bottom sorted out. Now we can put the 8s in the corners they occupy. That gives us a 3 there. This is 5, and I think we're on the home straight now. So that is quite a nice puzzle. I don't know that I'd go as far as calling it vicious. It was tricky, certainly. There were a couple of bits in it, but happy with spotting that X-wing early on. 2 6. Just finishing off now. 7 2 8, and a couple more numbers to put in. There we go. I think that is the answer. There you go. Hope you had a good time with that puzzle. Quite an interesting classic. Nice to do that. As I say, I might do some Star Battle tomorrow, but thank you very much for sticking with us. Do stay safe. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you can and you haven't yet. Also, feel free to go to Patreon. Lots of extra content on there, and some treasure hunts that we've been putting up have been proving quite popular, so I'm pleased about that. Check out our apps as well. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.